Am I the a-hole for not wanting our friend to ever come back to our house after he ate literally everything we owned?
Hello, gorgeous. My name is Gia Garcia. If you like all things elegant, subscribe, click the bell, tell all your friends, watch it several thousand times. It's 100% free. I believe in elegance with a personality, not these cookie cutter, you should wear this, you should do that. We're going to look at different scenarios, how to react to them in a way that everybody walks away feeling great. The essence of etiquette is reading the room, making sure people are feeling comfortable, absolutely everyone, and still being gracious and polished at the same time.
My husband and I live abroad. Earlier this year, a mutual acquaintance, let's call him Kay, reached out saying he'd been scammed with an apartment rental and had nowhere to stay. At first, we only offered a weekend, but he was polite, helped around the house, and seemed grateful, so we ended up letting him stay the full 20 days he'd asked for. During that time, some things rubbed us the wrong way. He never bought groceries, and multiple times he pretended he was going to pay but forgot his wallet or claimed he could only use Apple Pay, not accepted at our local supermarket. He'd eat way more than his share. Once my husband and I shared half a pizza and he ate the other pizza and a half without contributing. Still, we felt bad for him, so we let it go. We stayed friendly, and a few months later, we were planning a 17-day trip. Since he was struggling with rent, we offered him to stay at our place in exchange for taking care of our dog. I even wrote a Google Doc with instructions for the house, dog care, gym access, etc. I told him he could eat anything that was going to expire: fruit, yogurt, veggies, etc. When we came back, everything was gone. And I mean everything: the entire fridge, freezer, pantry. He finished 2 jars of jam, a jar of peanut butter, a giant Costco bottle of olive oil, condiments, rice, snacks, cheese, even my husband's supplements. What? Creatine, protein, collagen. He completely destroyed a ceramic pan. Oh no, no, no. He consumed things that usually last 6 months in just 2 weeks. I honestly suspect he might have taken stuff with him because it's insane how much is missing. I didn't confront him except to ask him to replace the pan, which he mocked me about. It's just a pan. Why are you making it a big deal? I felt deeply disrespected. Now he keeps texting me, acting like nothing happened and wants to hang out. I told my husband I don't want him in our home ever again. My husband says I'm being too harsh, and if he wants to stay friends, that's his choice, but I feel completely taken advantage of and disrespected. So, am I the a-hole for not wanting to see this guy ever again and refusing to let him come back into our house? I am not even gonna read the first comment. I have 1,000 things to say about this. When it comes to food, it's one thing. And this person is staying in your home. You know they're gonna touch your things. They might go through your things. So I would lock my door personally if you have a primary bedroom, if you have a closet with a lot of valuable things. Lock it like a vault if someone is staying in your home. This is just etiquette. And I have friends who, when friends come over, and even family members, when we have, say, a get together, a gathering. This was like at my aunt's house growing up or at my friend's house today, where they will lock certain rooms. One is the office, one is the bedroom, a private bathroom that they don't want to have to worry about cleaning, and they have a guest lavatory, a water closet that's prepared, that has everything you need in it, and that's what they offer you. First off, don't snoop. I hate touching other people's stuff. So if I'm staying in someone's house, I'm going to stay in the tiny corner wherever the bed is. For instance, if I'm in a guest room, I'm going to stay in the guest room. And even in the guest room, I'm going to be as neat as possible so that anytime they walk by and they see it, they don't stress out and think, oh my gosh, that's a mess. A lot of things go through your mind. If all your stuff is laid out, you can do it in a certain way where it's folded neatly in a small space, or hang up your things if you have a hanger. I like to pack with a garment bag sometimes, or have a hanger. Some suitcases have them to make it feel neater, and I will hang multiple things on one hanger. It doesn't get creased, so especially if you're for 20 days somewhere else. It's very generous of them to offer their place for 20 days. I had a family member who came to the United States, got their papers. They were getting their life in order, and they stayed with my family, and it was really amazing to watch them go from literally having nothing to having their own place, having a steady job. They gifted us a really nice TV. I loved it because I got to watch a lot of music videos on it growing up. It was such a wonderful gift. That's already generous in itself. The fact that he was only there initially for a few days. At first, we offered a weekend. I would have kept consistent with my behavior. This is how I naturally am at my own place too. I try not to live like an animal. If I'm at someone else's house, I'm 1,000 times more on edge and don't want to impose anything. I will mind my own business and make sure they have their space because I'm already overstaying past a weekend. Second, if you're going to eat something, replace it with the same thing. But what I like to do, I like to have a very flowery send off. So the longer I stay, the better the experience is. I will take them out to eat to dinner. If you don't replace it with the same item, what you can do is get them something nicer. If that's not available, for example, if there's this cheese that they normally use, I would get them the best version of that cheese. I ate your cheese. Here's a cheese I think you're absolutely gonna love. If you drank their bottle of wine, I would get them something similar or something even nicer, a bottle of champagne, if you know that's something that they would enjoy. I hate making someone feel like they're losing something just because I'm there. I want them to associate me with positive feelings all the time. It doesn't have to be expensive, like a crazy bottle of champagne, just a simple one, or it's something that's equal to whatever it is they like, that you know above and beyond they love chocolate truffles. Instead of getting them cheese, if the cheese is not available, I would get them a different cheese and then chocolate truffles to soften the blow. Also, I would do a lot more chores instead of just me doing my own laundry. Ask them, hey, give me all the bed sheets, all the towels, all the things. I'll help sort out everything and make their life easier, especially since I'm technically a burden. So I'm gonna work it off to make them feel anytime I'm here, they don't even have to ask. I feel like food is really easy to replace, and what you can do is order them takeout. That's really easy to do. If someone is scammed by an apartment rental, I would tell them to find a place as soon as possible, and I would bother them about it every day. I would also say something and, hey, let's search together, or I will find places. What's your budget? I would try to help them as much as possible, but it's a 17-day trip too that they took. If someone has a Google Doc, I would go above and beyond, and I'm crazy with Google Workspace. I really do live my life around Google. This would be really easy. And I think this person did take the food. I don't know why, because why would you take someone else's stuff? Especially, I am a very particular person. I wouldn't take other people's food because one, I'm probably not into it. We probably have different tastes, or if their stuff must be really nice, because first off, they're going on a 17-day vacation. They have their own place. They're a couple, so there might be dinks, dual income, no kids. It's weird that someone touches someone's supplements because those are really expensive and those are a lot of research. Those are something that goes towards someone's body. It's so personal when it comes to supplements. You don't know if they have a deficiency. You don't know if they need extra protein because they have Crohn's disease. The thing that bothers me most of all is pans. I was talking about this with my sweetheart. I pointed out that we need to get a small pan, and he said, why don't we get a large one? I said, no, we already have a ton of large ones. That's part of the problem. I don't want to have to wash this super heavy cast iron skillet every single time. I just want to make one egg sometimes. And then he saw the pans I picked out, the pans that we have at home too. We have really nice pans. You guys have seen my hauls for Williams Sonoma. I do not mess around when it comes to my kitchen, when it comes to my home. Everything I touch, I romanticize. A lot of people might find that to be stupid, but it makes me take care of my things, including my 300-year-old inherited things. I love taking care of things so that they last forever. When someone destroys something, and it's not an accident, because I have seen this with my own eyes. I have a whole vlog about someone destroying my stuff. I hate when people touch other people's stuff or feel entitled to other people's stuff. This really rubs me the wrong way. It shows you do not care, you do not have respect. It's the principle too that this person just said, oh, this is just a pan. Perhaps to you it is, because you didn't spend 6 months researching whether this was made in place that's ethically sound, if it's good quality, if it's the stuff that's non-toxic and doesn't poison you as you cook, because there are things like this, like non-stick pans have certain chemicals on them that the more you cook them, it creates a poison for you over time. People have diseases, long-term permanent damage. Pans are really important. They're really personal, especially the size, the fit, the style, not even considering that part. This is simply, you're touching my things. And I have seen someone where people would cut with a knife into the pan and eat straight from there, and there are all these scratches and it creates lead and all of these problems. It's just bad. Why are you scratching up people's things and damaging them? That's vandalism, legally speaking. If I were a lawyer, technically you should replace them for everything that you took. That is the law. But they're friends and they don't want to be nickel and diming you and being particular every single little thing, which someone can do. You can itemize a bill and take them to civil court, but that would be way more expensive. But you can itemize the things. We're missing this, this, and this. All you gotta do is take out your Costco receipt and show it to them. I can't find any of this stuff in our pantry. We were saving this for XYZ. You can tell them and say, if you want, you could take pictures. It's your house. You did a kindness of letting them stay. I would immediately write off this person and never talk to them again. I won't block them. I just won't talk to them. And if your husband wants to talk to them, they can talk to them without you. But even then, if your husband doesn't understand that it's a husband, right? Yeah, husband. If your husband doesn't understand the principle of this, he probably makes a lot of money or knows them for a very long time and they give and take in their relationship, but you have not experienced that. You had a bad encounter with this person. If it leaves that and you said something about it and they're still not fixing it, then they're the problem because you don't want to walk away feeling greasy about something. This is a little bit slimy for me, so let's see what the comments say. I think definitely not the a-hole is the verdict. So, Smooch No said he didn't consume it all in that time. He emptied your place and took it back to his to last him a while. He stole from you like it was a shopping spree. The olive oil is so obvious. The supplements really sends me over the top because I'm from Los Angeles. Everyone here has a health situation and you don't want to disrupt their routine, their flow. This is not a good situation all around. So I would avoid talking to this person. I think you can perhaps iterate it or reiterate it to your husband how this affected you, or give examples of how you and your friends treat each other. My friends and I are very generous with each other, and it's a really good feeling knowing that you can just relax and feel taken care of, or that you guys have each other's backs when you are together. That's a good relationship. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I feel really slimy about this. And this is not a good feeling to have a friend like this. This person doesn't care about you, disregarding how hard you work for things. You are being exceedingly generous. Anyway, in my culture, we are overtly generous. And you refuse, but you fight each other, and it's a dance. It's technically rude to insist, but some cultures, if they keep on offering, it means they're giving it to you from their heart. This person did not take care of the place with their heart. They didn't leave a plant or something, or leave a cake or something sweet for them, a box of chocolates, anything you could have done to make them feel fabulous, or buy them a nice blanket and say, thank you for making it such a comfortable home here. I want you to feel a little bit of what I felt. You could have done any of those things, but you didn't. If you want more content like this, subscribe, click the bell, tell all your friends, watch this several thousand times. If you want more etiquette and a deeper dive into how to treat people well, strengthen your relationships, personal to yourself with self-respect, and professional, visit dixonetiquette.com. It's my etiquette course, and I am in the midst of giving it a facelift right now. So get it with the dirt cheap price that it has. Get that locked in, and you will have access to the new and improved version as we're working on it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.